Hey guys, it's Gigi. Welcome back to my channel. So if you aren't new here, you know that I've been on a fertility journey with my husband. We've been doing IVF and there's been many videos I've made on this. I'm gonna literally link all of them because it's been a journey, bitch. Today is another update. If you are new here, I will let you know I'm a trans woman. My husband is a trans man and we are trying to hopefully have a biological child. Have both of our DNA, make a beautiful, gorgeous baby from the both of us. But it's been a roller coaster to say the least. My last update with you guys was explaining why I was off hormones and the benefits of that for our fertility journey. So I've been trans now for over 10 years. Stopping hormones for me was like the craziest thing. I never thought that that would be something that I would even say out loud, let alone be like living, especially for the unborn child of mine. Since then, a lot of you guys have been asking, tell us about the doctor update, literally give us any more information about your fertility journey. And I know you can already see the title of this video. The reason I'm making this update is because I am throwing away all of my tucking panties. Goodbye. Bitch, those are my babies. I just threw my babies over my shoulder. What the fuck am I gonna wear now? Now this is something that I never, ever in my wildest dreams thought would affect my fertility journey or my sperm count or anything like that. If you are new here, by the way, please watch the videos before because this is about to get graphic as those videos do. I just feel like if it's gonna help somebody, maybe going through the process, like in my last video, I talked about, you know, freezing what you have before you start transitioning or maybe sending it to a friend before they start transitioning. So maybe they could, you know, before hormones, they could save their DNA in case down the road. I don't know if I would have listened to that, to be honest, if someone told me, but who knows? So that's why I do these videos. I never thought in my wildest dreams a tucking panty or something that you wear down there would affect your sperm count, your fertility, your infertility. I had no idea. And along this whole process with my doctors, like literally 3 years ago, my husband and I went back and we started the journey, and then I kind of got shy after I had like my first sperm bank experience and I got told that I didn't have a good result. I was like, okay, I'm too scared. I don't want to go back. Fast forward 3 years later, we're back and we're in it and I'm not on hormones and I'm not tucking and it's just a whole vibe. But my friend hit me up. I'll keep their name private, although I don't think that they would mind, but just to be careful. She's actually a drag queen. I think I can say that. I haven't really talked to her in a few months, but she hit me up and she was like, I've watched all of your videos and I just want to let you know, like, if you're still tucking, that's something that can cause infertility. And I was like, wait, what? Are you kidding me? I tuck every single day. Every single day. I start talking to her and she starts letting me know that like she was going down this route and she was like literally like give it a month or two of no tucking and you'll see a huge difference because the past few times that I've given samples, they've said that there's no sperm present. So I was like, I'll try anything at this point. And I vowed to myself that I would give it a month. I would just really try and try no tucking whatsoever. It's like the craziest thing because it seems really like easy. There's tons more underwear, find cute outfits that work, but I've really realized that a month is a long fucking time, first of all. I told myself I'll do it for a month and then I'll go back and like, you know, see what's up. And if anything, I'll do another month. But now it's like finding outfits and like feeling pretty. Like I feel like my dysphoria is back and I've realized how heavily dependent I am on a tucking panty. I literally will be like, oh my God, what do I, like, should I even go out tonight? What do I wear? Like, I'm trying to wear like cute swaggy clothes with like baggy jeans and like boxers to try to like offset it and make it look like a cute thing. But it's like, I don't want to be in a fucking tutu all day. I like tight stuff. I like feeling feminine. And I feel like that is just something that, I don't know if you didn't know that, like I didn't, gaffs and tucking panties, whatever the fuck you want to call them, they can really affect our fertility. And this wasn't just like drama for me. I'm like such a dramatic person. Usually if it's not my problem, I'm like, girl, it's fine. We're gonna figure this out. Like, don't worry. Like, it's easy. Like, this is the solution. But when it's me, it's like the end of the world. And I have like a breakdown for like a day, maybe two. It involves tears, even without the fucking estrogen and T blockers. It's a moment. So I mustered the courage up and I told my husband, this is information that I found out. I've been told like to hold off on the tucking. I'm obviously gonna call the doctors about it. And he was like, great. Like, this is amazing. Like another thing that can help. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, I really, really, really like don't want to do this. I want to keep all my gaffs. I want to still tuck. I want to still wear the outfits that I'm wearing. I don't want to change my life. I just want to literally be me like as I was. And I was like, I'm already doing so much by not being on hormones. Like this is just like another sacrifice. As small as it may seem, I get it. It's just a piece of clothing. But for me, like I really realized it was my security blanket, like full on. So we were in Minnesota at the time when the doctors call with all the 2 fertility specialists, me and Nats, we're all on a group call. And we were in Minnesota for like another reason. That's kind of like a different video, honestly. It was like full like medical emergency moment. I don't know if that's really my story to tell, but we were in Minnesota, right? Just to paint the picture for you. The doctors call, they basically are going over labs and basically just everything normal. And then I bring up to them my friend who's gone through this, and you know, she's kind of like me, but she was tucking. She wasn't really on hormones as long as me. I think she's dabbled in them here and there, but she told me to stop tucking. And immediately the phone went silent. They were like, oh, tucking? And I was like, yeah, tucking, like where you put like, you know, your balls up into your stomach. You know, it's like a little tight gaff just to like keep everything like gorgeous and tight. And they both gag and are silent on the phone and say, oh, Gigi, this is an oversight. We didn't realize that this is what you were doing. And immediately I'm like having a spiral. I'm definitely gonna have to start immediately. Why didn't I tell them that I was tucking? Obviously it like affects something. It's down there, it's tight. It literally just didn't occur to me. I immediately start crying. I'm like bawling my eyes out. I'm like, Nats, I really don't want to do this. I'm like talking to the doctors. I'm like, is there any way that I can get out of tucking? Like I'll take whatever medication. I'll stay off hormones for a whole year if I have to. Looking through all my clothes, I'm like, am I gonna have to throw all my clothes out? Like this is just so drama. And Nats, let me just preface this by saying him and I never, ever, ever fight. We never raise our voices at each other. It really is just like a very happy, supportive relationship. We never really are like savage and fight with each other. But while on the phone with the doctors, he looks at me and he says, Gigi, this isn't only a sacrifice for you. I'm sacrificing things for myself too. I'm gonna have to stab myself with needles in the stomach. I'm gonna be super hormonal for like 2 weeks to a month. And I'm gonna grow hips. Do you think I wanna grow hips? Like there's sacrifices for me too. And I gagged, of course, because I'm like, oh my God, he's like screaming at me. We're fully like in a fight right now. And I'm like trying to prove my point and he just sees it as like a piece of clothing. I've yet to discover that it's literally a dependency of mine to wear this thing that has so much control over me. And like, side note, I see so many girls, like so many of my friends in New York that are just like comfortable not tucking, and like, it's just never been me. I just wish that I had that confidence in that lane. I just don't. And I don't know if I ever will. I'm definitely still uncomfortable with it. But anyways, then we end up hanging up the phone with the doctor and we're still going at it a little bit. And it's just very like, I don't want to do this. And he's trying to put it into perspective for me. Like, this is not just like your battle. Like, this is just literally what we're going to have to do. Like, this is 1 month, 2 months out of your life and we'll see where it goes. And I kind of just accepted that. So now to this day, it's been 2 weeks that I have been not tucking. If you go on my Instagram, on my TikTok, girl, she's not tucked. And it's probably not going to be like that for another little while. By the time this goes up, I don't know, a week or maybe 2 away. And then I'll see where I land. The way that the first IVF doctor put it to me, and she's the sweetest angel of life. I'm obsessed with her. She basically told me that your body's been on hormones for so long. Your brain is just accustomed to this. Like, everything's connected. Obviously, it's your body. She told me that your brain is trying to play catch up with the bottom half of your body. And at first, I didn't really think it made sense. I was like, okay, well, like, snap into it. I literally have like the most like athletic body ever. My metabolism is fierce. Every time I get labs, my doctor is like, oh my God, you're like in the perfect health, whatever. So I'm like, I thought like being off hormones for so long would just like snap back into it. But she was like, sometimes it takes a little bit longer. So with the untucking and leaving everything literally just like as nature has it, essentially how like, you know, cis male would live his life. They're not tucking. They're not wearing tight things. A lot of them's balls haven't even been back up there since they dropped since puberty. So it's really been a moment, to say the least. And I was the kind of person, like, I'm scared at like TSA when like I go through and like say I woke up hungover or I have like a super early flight. I'll wear sometimes like boxers and sweats, but I'm still like slightly tucked. Like, I'm still like snatched in there so I feel cute. It's not like swanging about. You know? So I'm one of those girls that I always just feel like I need like a snatch. It was so trippy the first few times I would like go out or like be in public and like see people and just be like, bitch, like I'm untucked right now. Like this feels so weird. And it's gotten like a little bit better and I know like slightly what outfits to wear, but it still feels so fucking weird, bitch. Especially like going to the bathroom at like an event or like going to the bathroom at the club. I'm like sitting down and I'm just like, well, there's nothing, like once I'm done, there's no like adjusting. It's just, it's up and we're good to go. Like my bathroom time is cut in half, which is kind of a plus if you think about it. The next thing my doctor said, if, you know, this doesn't pan out the way that she thinks it will, is I have to ultimately get surgery. And they go in there and they really see what's going on. And you know, that also has its risks. That's something that, I mean, every surgery does, but that's something you take precaution with. And that's, I think at this point, I'll do anything, but it also sounds really, really scary. And I'm trying not to get ahead of myself because we're here right now. I want to live in the present. This is the goal. This is what we're doing. And yeah, so that's the latest on our fertility journey and why I am locking up all my tucking panties. I won't be wearing them for some time. I hope this video helped in any way. You guys know I love hearing from you. Please let me know any tips, any tricks, any experiences that you've had or you've heard of. Please, please, please let me know. I can use all the help right now. And I said this in my last video, this isn't usually something that I do, like real lifetime updates like this, because a lot of the time I like to be in control. I like to know the outcome. I like to be kind of like the producer of my own life, if that makes sense. Now I'm really just giving up all control and I'm just like, as things happen, I'm like, well, let's film a little update. There's no secrets or anything to this. And I think it's one of the first times I've ever done something like that. Just know your comments and your love and support means so much to me and so much to my husband. We love you so much and we'll see you in my next video. Stay gorgeous.